Jim Perry, along with Barrett, Shupe, coach of the Cushing football Tigers. Coach 3-1, a victory over Cleveland last week.
Yeah, it was a good victory. They've got some strengths in their offensive and defensive line, and we felt like we got some good push. Averaged in between 7 and 8 yards a carry, which is good. We like to do that, and then threw the ball over the top a couple times. And defensively did real well. Held them to 220 yards, which we feel like is a pretty good night.
In this day and age, where I saw somebody, Idabel got beat 91-72 or something like that. What is a good number? I mean, is 200 yards almost exceptional anymore?
Yeah, I would say you're onto something on that, because if you can hold them to 2 to 230, and your offense is playing well, usually that bodes well for you. In college now, their defense coordinators into yards per play. How are we doing yards per play? Our big deal is turnovers, and our tackling was pretty decent most of the time, and we did a good job of limiting some things that they try to take advantage of.
Trey Morris, 3 touchdowns, 1 on a pass reception, 1 on a rush, and 1 on an interception. That was a pretty big night for him.
Yes, huge game. Set up well on the reverse, gave it to him on the handoff, and then hit him deep later in the third quarter, and then in the fourth. We hit him in the third quarter, but also in the third quarter, he made a huge interception. They had drove the ball down. We were up 30-7 at the time, so they're trying to cut it to a 2-score game. And on fourth down, he cuts across the middle and took it 90-some yards.
It was all over after he did that, right?
Really, the game was over at that point, and we felt good. We had done the drive before offensively. We got a holding call that really hurt us, and we did some things penalty-wise that we don't normally do. But I thought the game was a little chippy between both teams, and so kids start to act like kids do, and kind of lose sight of what we're trying to
Nothing wrong with being a little chippy every now and then.
No, I like it. I think that's good. That's one thing Cleveland does, is they bring the most out of you, because they're always going to play with an edge, and I thought we did a good job of responding.
Okmulgee this week. You're going to go to Okmulgee first. I don't know. Have you been here since we played them or not?
We played them at home my first year, but I've never coached there.
Okay, so you're going to go to Harmon the Pit Stadium, which is back in the day was one of the places to go.
Yes, it's a legendary place. I'm excited to be there. They've got turf now. It's a beautiful stadium. There's a lot of history there. I'm a huge OSU fan. David Thompson comes from over there. When I was a kid going to school, he was the guy there at Oklahoma State. So we're excited to go play them. They're really athletic. They run the football. Guys do a great job of finding creases. So we're going to make sure our fits are good, angles are good, and we got to go play.
Fits? What do you mean by that?
Well, when holes open up with their blocking schemes, we got to make sure where we call it cloudy clear. We can't run into cloudy spaces. We have to run into the clears, because the running back will always run to the clear. So we got to make sure we match those clears with their running back. And if we do that, we feel like we've got a chance to give ourselves a chance to win.
Pretty young team, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got some freshmen they're playing, some sophomores, and we need to do a good job of taking advantage of that. They're excited. They scored 60 points last week.
Saw that, yeah.
So they're coming in district line high. We feel like we are too. So both teams they're trying to get that first district win, and everyone's got a right to it. And that's my deal to the kids. It's a new season. So
District 3A6 this year, different than it's been in the past. Shakota, Beggs, Okmulgee, Kellyville, and who?
Morris and
Bristow. How do you feel about the district?
We feel good about it. We're excited. There's some really good teams. There's always a challenge when you're dealing with high school kids. There's a challenge every week. So, because you never know with eligibility, injuries, and what girlfriend breaks up with who, you just never know where a guy's at. And it's every day. It's not a weekly thing. It's every single day. So, we're excited to get to work today and put in a game plan and go out there and compete on Friday.
Now, because you played 0 week, you have an off date in there somewhere.
Our off week will be after Beggs, which will be October 20th, 21st. That's our fall break too. So our kids are going to get a great break. Our school is going to get a break. So we're excited about that for everyone to kind of step away and relax, and then come back weeks 9 and 10 and finish it up.
I have to believe that Cushing hasn't won a district championship in 20 years. Mm-hmm. That's got to be a big goal for you all.
Huge goal. We've talked about it since day one. We've been there knocking at the door. Kind of our goal is to kick the door in and get. They only send out 8 of those plaques, is what we've talked to the kids about. We want one of those 8, and we got 6 games, and it's all district. I love the fact that we got our non-district all as one. they're out of the way. Now it's all district, and we got to be focused up.
Bum Phillips, didn't he say that about kicking the door in the next year?
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of, we want to kick that thing in. We want to go get that plaque, and it's been a goal when we started spring ball to summer, and we want a district championship. And it's not a district title or bust, but it's hard to get one in football. And you know, only so many teams make the playoffs and all that, but we really want to win a district title because it puts you on the bracket. First 2 rounds at home, there's some things that go
Right.
along with it that are huge, and we want that. So no one's going to give it to us. We've got some good football ahead of us as far as teams go, and you never know what can happen, but we feel really, really good about where we're at today, and hopefully that carries over into tomorrow.
Pretty good balance passing and running the ball last weekend.
Yeah, Cade's getting better, and I think everyone can see it, and he's understanding some things pre-snap. He's put in a lot of time, and really, he played pretty well at Perkins considering his first game. We've only had one game where we kind of struggled, but you know, no excuses. He had a migraine. We had IVs in him at 5 that night, and so that's to be expected. But if he'll continue to mature, we know our receivers can get open and just distribute the ball. We feel like our offense has a great opportunity to continue to put pressure on other people.
Jim Perry, Barrett, Shupe. We'll be back next week. See you at Mulligan.